God bless you and God bless America. Thank you very much.
Thanks, God. Okay, so there you have it. Donald Trump has won the 2024 election. Let's hope that our graphic is wrong and that it's not the final election. Anna made a great point during his speech. Hey, what happened to all the undocumented immigrants that were supposed to vote for the Democrats? I thought we were flying them to all the swing states. That's what Elon said. And he said, the Democrats are going to steal the election. Donald Trump said it was rigged. Alex Jones said we're all going to be in FEMA camps. Ted Cruz said we're all going to be in Hobbit homes. None of those things ever happened, but the right-wing voters never catch on.
Get ready for the Young Turks here. Man, this is so good. The cope is real. Brace yourselves. Cenk Uygur, Ana Kasparian, they're doing their best cope ever right here. They are the internet's go-to for cope, especially after the Donald Trump victory. Let's relive that. Ana Kasparian talks about the Democrats' disconnect, and there's some good points there. Cenk Uygur talks about what happened to saving democracy. The Young Turks are wondering how Trump keeps flipping counties, but they don't really talk about it. They're in a weird position. I want you to stay to the end where you really hear the truth comes out at the end of this clip. Get ready, Young Turks here to remind us why they are so fun to watch when things aren't going well for them.
Okay. And of course, they said, oh, Kamala would do the same thing, and Democrats would do the same thing as Donald Trump. They're not going to do the same thing. Kamala Harris is the vice president of the United States. She could refuse to certify the election. Is she going to do that? There's a 0% chance she's going to do that. There's a 0% chance they'll try to cheat and try to say, well, I got fake electors in Michigan. So no, of course she'll concede. It's over.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the country. I'm not casting the blame in the same way that you're casting it. There's plenty of.
Here's the problem with the Young Turks, Ana Kasparian and Cenk Uygur. Here's the problem with these phonies. Why are they mad that Donald Trump won? If they try to portray themselves. Cenk Uygur was just on with Tim Pool, and he had some epic rants. But he portrays himself as somebody who is anti-establishment. So you had, in their eyes, Donald Trump is establishment, Kamala Harris is establishment. So who cares who wins? Why is there a somber mood? If you're really anti-establishment, why is there a somber mood? The outcome was either going to be the right establishment or Kamala establishment. What it comes across as is Ana Kasparian, Cenk Uygur, they're fake, they're phony. If they were truly populist, they would say it doesn't matter who wins.
Time to look at what happened to make this happen. I think that everybody who has a theory about it is probably right to some degree, and none of them are completely right. But it's disappointing. I like politics. I love this, and then I see that speech, and I think that's not a president. That's not who I wanted to see win. Forget Democrat or Republican. It would have been nice to see somebody say something about his opponent, to be gracious in victory, and to sort of press on. But again, it doesn't. This was a landslide. This was a huge victory. I was wrong. I said I thought it would be close, which it was, but that's a lazy piece of analysis. The truth is, I said if it was going to be a landslide, it was going to be a landslide for Harris, but I didn't think it was going to be a landslide. So neither was it a landslide for Harris. So onward, I think it's going to be. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to the Republican Party. Every lame duck president becomes someone that they run from, and if they find that this brand in some way doesn't work, it'll be interesting to see that play out within their party. But the brand is working now, and so there's no reason to turn away from it. But I still think that it's more about Donald Trump than whatever that message is.
Okay, yeah, you're right. He was not gracious. He didn't mention
no, but
Kamala
I didn't
Harris
expect that at all. I mean,
Joe Biden.
Yeah,
but to be fair, he did bring up Dana White.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, Anna.
I take solace in knowing that the vast majority of American voters actually do agree on the important policy issues. Poll after poll shows that when it comes to bread and butter issues, there's widespread agreement. When it comes to corruption in America, there's widespread agreement. And so the only thing that I would just urge people to do is don't lash out at voters. And that's rich coming from me because in 2016, I certainly lashed out at voters. And I think that was misplaced anger. You know, I just think that the reason why a message like we need to save democracy didn't work is because I don't think Americans feel well represented by our democracy. And I think that's part of Trump's appeal. I mean, he angers everybody, whether it's establishment Democrats or, establishment Republicans who he refers to as rhinos. I mean, think about the number of people who tuned in to our live stream tonight specifically to watch us melt down, right? There's a pleasure that comes with that because
there's a pleasure there. But before we go into the pleasure, I do want to address this unity thing. Ana Kasparian, I don't want to unify with you. I want to hear in the comments, do you want unity? Does that make you warm and fuzzy inside? To unify with Cenk Uygur, does that make you warm and fuzzy inside? If we agree with something, then I will agree. I don't understand the words being gracious to Kamala Harris. For what? Why would I be gracious to Kamala Harris for? What do we have in common? What do I agree with Kamala Harris on? I'm not going to be gracious for her, with her. I'm not even going to be gracious with the Young Turks. If she said that we agree, the polling shows that we agree on a lot. What are these things that we agree on? Anna, let's talk about that because right now Trump wins and you're sad. Why don't you talk about what we agree on? If we agree on a lot, then there's a lot of things that Trump's about that you would agree on. But let's enjoy this cope though. Let's enjoy this meltdown.
Why? Just because they hate us? Or is it because they feel that the politics that have been, emphasized in this country, the politicians who have been supported and uplifted in this country haven't really worked out so well for them? I think that's something that we need to come to terms with, and people are gonna get upset about this, but I'm gonna say it. I think that it's cheap politics, and I think it's pathetic to just constantly lash out as these people are all racist and sexist, and that's the only thing that explains it. If you're gonna keep, going in that direction, I think we're gonna keep losing. I think Democrats are gonna keep losing. I think we need to come to terms with the real frustrations that voters have.
She's right there.
Okay, so I've got last thoughts here. First off, guys, everybody watching, make sure you come back tomorrow at 6 to 8 o'clock Eastern and every day at 6 o'clock Eastern because you see the honest show we do. I mean, we spared no one here and we pulled no punches and we told you who we thought was responsible for the loss. And we're honest about Trump and the Democrats, et cetera. If you're gonna trust one news show, we're it. So now my last thought is, guys, I find myself in a weird mood. I thought I'd be angrier or sadder, but I'm not at all sad. No, I didn't think I'd be sad. I'm never sad.
This is the end that I was telling you about. The whole mood is somber. What do you mean you're not sad? I can feel that you're sad.
You're angry or happy, right? And I got angry earlier in the show. You heard me vent. I got it out of my system. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up the pieces and we're gonna rebuild. That's what we do. I mean, look, in my opinion, the one silver lining here is the establishment Democrats are burnt to the ground. They have no credibility at all. They're a total laughingstock.
True.
And now, you don't worry, when you turn on TV tomorrow, they won't say that at all. They'll blame you guys, they'll blame everyone else, they'll blame the Russians for the bomb threats to Georgia, in Georgia, etc. What difference does it make? They got killed. It doesn't matter. As Michael was saying during Trump's speech, they lost Bucks County. That's right outside of Philadelphia. Democrats never lose Bucks County. The Bronx, what they get, 26% of the vote, Trump did?
27% in the Bronx.
And then the Bronx, that's unbelievable, right?
That is unbelievable.
And so the American people chose Donald Trump, period. We don't like it, I don't like it, but that was their choice and they.
Yeah, it's as clear as mud. I'm not sad, but I don't like it. I'm not mad, but I don't like it. The tone is somber and angry. I was angrier earlier, but I'm not angry. There you have it. Kamala Harris first president in a long time who did not flip one county. Meaning there's not one county in this country that went from red to Kamala. Trump flipped a ton of them. One Bucks County, one areas in New York. The Young Turks are proving once again that nobody melts down like they do. I love this because they're not genuine. I don't take happiness in seeing people upset or sad. But if you're disingenuous, I do. You tell me, leave a comment, like, subscribe. If you like the content, there's going to be another video here for you to click on. While the Young Turks are still trying to figure out how Trump keeps winning, you can tune into the next one and find the best curated debate and content out there after show carnage.
Scroll down, click the link, and finish what you started. This isn't the end. After show carnage.